All right, so tonight's episode is top 10 episodes of The Andy Griffith Show. So we spend so much time talking about Mayberry Man, the movie and the series. And if you're new here, Mayberry Man was a movie first, and now we're spinning it off into a series that's going to be coming out on Up, Faith and Family Thursday, May 30th. They'll be airing episode 1, the season premiere of that. And so we talk about the Andy Griffith Show, but we also talk about Mayberry Man, the movie and the series and characters. And Alan is one of the stars. You're in that poster right there.
There I am. Yeah, that's me. Yeah.
So, and we are also trying to raise a little bit more cash to get the word out for our marketing and distribution fund. And we have a couple more of these collector packs left. There's only 2 left, I think. And you can grab yourself an autographed copy of the shooting script for the series, a poster, and the Mayberry Man series playing cards, which are sold out at Weaver's department store. So
very hard to get. So yeah, make sure you get some. And by the way, I'm on every card, just so you know. There, I'm on.
Yes, you are.
Somebody said, "Which card you're on?" I was like, "I'm on every one of them."
No. So we're going to go through these episodes, all 8 seasons. If you're not a fan of the color seasons, sorry, you're just going to have to gut it out.
You got to learn to love them. Learn to love them. That's what you got to do.
So I asked Alan to put together his top 10 Andy Griffith Show episodes, and I'm sure those who watch you on your podcast, and I don't know if you've ever done that on your podcast. There's only 800 episodes of your podcast. Have you ever done the top 10 favorite episodes?
I honestly don't know if I've done I don't know if I've ever done that. It's very hard for me because it depends on what day of the week it is as to which episode is my favorite.
Well, and I didn't want to put you on the spot too much. So here's the rules, folks. So you can play along at home as we go through these seasons. The rules were you have to pick at least 1 episode from every season. So that's 8 of the 10, right? And so you only get to double up or triple up maybe on 1 season. But
that's right.
So that'll spread it out and make it fair. And we'll get to talk about some episodes that maybe don't get the attention they deserve.
That's right.
So, and then we're going to go also give you the top 10 of all the episodes as ranked on IMDb based on viewer ratings. So you can go and leave reviews and ratings on imdb.com for the Andy Griffith Show series. You can also do it for the Mayberry Man movie. You can't do it for the series yet because it hasn't been officially released, but we could use your positive ratings if you like the Mayberry Man movie. It's I've noticed that some of the reviews are kind of polarized, right? You've got some people that love it, and then some people that just, how dare you?
Yeah, and some people have never seen it. They just hate it. They haven't seen it. They just hate the whole idea of it because they don't realize what it's about. So
yeah. So Andy Griffith Show, is the inspiration. It's the source material, but it's not a remake. It's not. We're not trying to replace the Andy Griffith Show. And again, if you're new here, the connection for the 2 people you're looking at right now is my father, Hoke Howell, played Dud Wash on a couple of episodes of the Andy Griffith Show. And Alan is Floyd the Barber. You've been Floyd the Barber for almost 3 decades at Mayberry events and everything, right?
Yeah. I don't like to say it out loud like that, but yeah, it's since 94. 94 is when I started doing Floyd the Barber at Mayberry events. And so I lucked into being able to be a part of this, the movie and the series as well. And I've been very fortunate to be able to do that.
Well, you've done a great job in the films. So let's get into it. So season 1, again, keep score at home. You have to pick 1 episode from each season, at least 1 episode from each season for your top 10 list. And then we'll grade you based on what the IMDb ratings say. So what are a few of your favorite episodes from season 1, Alan?
Oh, season 1 was a really good season. So that was kind of hard. And I knew I could only pick 1 for each season. So it made it really hard. But there's
what
really
are some of the contenders. You don't need to reveal your number 1 pick, but what are some of the contenders for you?
Oh, the Christmas Story. I don't remember if I picked that one or not, but that's a great one. There's the Gossiping Men, where the guy came to town and he was a shoe salesman. That one, they thought he was a new record guy or something. those are very good. There's episodes with Quiet Sam. I mean, there is a lot of really good episodes in season 1. And I like all the episodes with kind of that feature Barney or Opie. Those are always good. So it's just, there was a lot to choose from in this one, even all the way back to like the second episode, which was the manhunt, where they came to town and thought Andy and Barney were Hicks. And
Yep.
yeah,
Manhunt's probably Manhunt was, I wanted to pick Manhunt, but I don't think I did. So I've already forgotten. But that was a contender from the season 1 for sure. So, all right, so let's go on to season 2, shall we? Did everybody watching, did you pick at least one episode from season 1 for your top 10 list? So season 2, I felt like the show kind of hit its stride by then. Andy kind of had dropped that crazy Southern drawl that he was using in the early episodes. And so a lot of good episodes in here too. The pickle story is what I hear people say is their favorite a lot. What about you, Alan? What are some of the top ones?
That's really common. The manicurist with Barbara Eden. You got to like that one. I mean, of course, I'm biased towards the Floyd episodes too, so that may affect. But yeah, there were a lot of really good episodes in that season as well. The pickle story, yeah, I agree with you. That one's a perennial favorite of the show. There's Aunt B the Warden, where Otis was in jail at Andy's house. That's a great one. The Bookie Barber, I like that one. I mean, there's again.
Yeah. Andy on Trial, people talk about that one. The acting in that one was really strong, a little more dramatic. The Jinx, I think, gave us Henry Bennett, right? Who's a perpetual tribute artist.
That's right.
So,
Henry Bennett in our boat. That's right. There's just so many episodes that have so many moments in them that are so good, and it's so hard to pick favorites. Gosh.
Yeah. The Guest of Honor is another good one. We've kind of, I think that's the episode where we got the banner for our Mayberry and Beyond group, where it's like "Welcome to Mayberry," and we changed it to "Welcome to Mayberry and Beyond."
Yeah.
I actually found a way to share this stream into the group.
Oh,
tonight.
Good.
So, you have to share it from the page, because if you're not aware, Facebook changed things, and our streaming software can no longer just send it straight to our groups, which is kind of a drag, but there's a workaround. All right, let's go to season 3, which is probably my favorite season, which will be reflected in some of my picks. But what stands out for you here, Alan?
Like I said, I'm just looking at the list here. The Mayberry Band, that's a hilarious episode. That is a lot of fun. Mr. McBeevy is another one that everybody always likes, because it really gives you a better feel of what the town of Mayberry, because Mayberry itself is the star of the show. It's what Andy always said. And Mr. McBeevy kind of gives you that feeling, where you got all the stuff that's going on there with Andy and Opie, and just the relationship he had. That one is really good. The Man in a Hurry, that's the one I was thinking about. Man in a Hurry is a big favorite there. That shows you the town of Mayberry and how it's so laid back and everything.
Barney's First Car, that's a big one. Of course, I'm partial to The Darlings Are Coming and Mountain Wedding, because those are the episodes my dad was in.
And great ones too.
I hear people talk about Andy Discovers America quite a bit, and you get to see a lot of Opie's buddies who will be showing up at Mayberry Comes to Scottsburg next month. Little plug for Mayberry Comes to Scottsburg in Indiana. If you're not aware of that event, look it up. Come out and celebrate Mayberry in Indiana.
Yeah, the Loaded Goat, that's a good one too. I mean, there's just so many. It's so hard to pick favorites.
I think it's a loaded season. Really, it's a loaded season.
It is.
All right, season 4. We really started to see Gomer sort of get a lot more stories, right? And then, of course, it finishes with essentially the backdoor pilot for Gomer Pyle.
That's right.
Where he joins the Marines and gets his own TV show.
Yeah.
What else stands out in here for you?
Back to Nature. That's the one where they went on the camping trip and Barney caught the pheasant and cooked it. That's great. They're just so, again, I could just go through almost every episode.
Yeah.
and do
Well,
this.
you do. That is your thing.
Yeah, it is so good.
My Fair Ernest T. Bass, great one.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Sermon for Today. That's a good one too. Or What's Your Hurry? That whole series of stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
feel free to call out a dog or two if you see one in here.
Yeah. I mean, there's just so many. Is that when this one is about the dogs? Is that in here?
No, I don't know. But,
Oh, you talking about bad episodes? Oh no, I never talk about bad episodes.
there are definitely some bad
it's somebody's favorite, so I never mention which one is not good.
Okay. Again, reviewing the IMDb ratings, there is a worst episode of all 8 seasons, and
I have one that I would pick, but I won't say it out loud right now. We'll wait.
I'm going to reveal it, and we'll reveal it toward the end here. The worst episode of 249 episodes. Season 5. Gomer's gone now, and Goober is doing a lot more. They give him more stories to him.
Yeah.
I think, Goober takes a car apart. There's funny stuff in there, but for me, that was kind of like when it jumped the shark.
Yeah, I heard it. It sounded like a sneeze. That's right. That's that's Floyd's line in there. That was a funny concept, though, that they took the car apart and put it inside. And then Andy, I think where you started seeing, to me, like what you're talking about, is Andy. You saw a meaner or angrier version of Andy in that one, which is kind of what we see as the seasons go along. Because he was going to shoot Goober. He's going to shoot him if he didn't get the car out. But it was pretty funny.
Well, I speak from experience. As you get older, you get meaner. So
that may be the cause. Barney Physicals in here, where he was weighing. He had to be able to pass the test, how tall he was, or they're stretching him. Which again, we got some of the guys that were with Opie on the front porch are going to be at Scottsburg with us. That's the episode that happens.
So now, family visit. That's the uncle.
I think that's when Uncle Ollie came to town.
I hear people complaining about that one in groups quite a bit. So I can
definitely see where Uncle Ollie would be annoying. I can definitely see it. But I think that was his purpose.
All right, so that's the first 5 seasons. Those are all the black and white. All right, buckle up, folks. We're getting into the color episodes. Barney's gone, and season 6.
Yeah, there's still good episodes in this season, though. Like the Opie's Job, I believe that's the right one, where he is getting the job at the grocery store. Yeah, yep. And Billy Crenshaw is the guy. That's a really good episode, whether it's color or not. And I will tell you a secret, just as the local station here in Huntsville, they used to show the color episodes. They would broadcast them in black and white because the viewership would go down if they showed them in color. If they showed the black and white, everybody watched them. They did. And I think it's something about the color. It takes away some of the nostalgic feel of the town. It's not just because Barney's gone, but yeah, that Opie's Job's a really good episode. There's Malcolm at the Crossroads, funny, with Ernest T and Malcolm Merriweather. English. That's
now I haven't watched the color episodes as much, so I've kind of picked my choices from these seasons more on my memory of them, of watching them when I was younger, because I don't come across them very often anymore. But there's some good guest appearances too. I'm not sure if this is one of the seasons, but you start to see other actors show up. So like the Gypsies, Jamie Farr is in that.
Yes.
You start to see some of these actors that go on to become famous in other roles. I don't know if Jack Nicholson shows up in a couple of episodes, right?
He does, yes. He's in I don't remember which episode. It's Aunt B on trial when the Aunt B is the juror. I think that may be next season of this.
Right. I think
that's one of
the episodes he's on. All right. So let's go to season 7. And in here, The Lodge is a good one, right? Isn't that the one where he gets blackballed?
Yeah, that is. That's the one where Howard Sprague gets blackballed. That's good. The Barbershop Quartet's pretty good too, where the guy's in jail and he's going to have to sing with the quartet and he keeps trying to get away. That's kind of funny. There's a lot of, and because I was, cause I knew George Lindsay well, there's a lot of, I have soft spots for a lot of the George Lindsay Goober episodes.
Yep.
Goober Makes History. That's where he grew the beard out. And
Yeah.
the me that I am is coming out all over my face. Floyd's like, oh, trim it up, maybe. Oh, but shave it. No. That's where all that came.
And I hear people talk, fondly about Dinner at 8. That's one where Andy has to eat the 3 spaghetti dinners, right?
That was George's favorite episode. So that's I got a soft spot for that one. There's also is it Big Fish in a Small Town? Is that the one? I think that's the one where they actually catch old Sam. That's where they catch old Sam. And,
the old Sam episode. Which one did you think what's that called?
That's Big Fish in a Small Town. That's a good episode. Okay. It's really good. And Floyd's really good in that episode. So it's fun.
And then there's a couple of episodes featuring Barney. And was this the one with the baseball game in it?
The ball game. Yes.
The ball game. So that was, a favorite of the Howards, because Rance Howard, Ron's dad, wrote the story. I don't think he wrote the script for the show, but he wrote the story for it.
Yeah, he was the story. He came up with the idea for it because it really happened, evidently. At least that's what we've always heard, that he actually called a baseball game with Ron in it. So that's kind of where the idea came from.
Okay. All right. Makes sense. So that's season 7. We got one more season. Folks at home, I hope you've got your list of hopefully 9 up to this point, because you got to pick at least one from season 8. And, the one, for some reason, the one I remember as a kid seeing in reruns a lot was the bowling.
Yeah. Howard the bowler. He bowls his 300 game. That's a good one.
Yeah. That's a good one. Yeah. Let's see. There was another one in here. Is this the one where Howard leaves and lives on the beach?
Where he goes to he goes to live on the island. Yeah, Howard's New Life. That's it. He goes and lives on the island. And I mean, he's not there very long. He comes back to Mayberry. So it's a weird concept, but it's kind of fun to see. And
Harry Dean Stanton in it.
Yeah, it does. And whenever we do the Mayberry cruise, of course, we have to always talk about Howard's New Life, because it's we're going to the Caribbean somewhere. That's good.
But I did feel like they were kind of just reaching a little bit, like when Aunt Bee's going to learn to fly a plane. They were doing a lot more Aunt Bee stories.
Yes.
And I just felt like it felt a little forced. At times, some of the plots, but let's see. And what else stands out in here? Barney comes back again, and he does the summit meeting.
That's actually a pretty good one there. Where they have it at the house. They end up having it at Andy's house, and they get pickles, which for some reason they like the pickles. I don't know if Aunt Bee didn't make the pickles in that episode. But that's all right.
And then I also noticed that maybe they started doing a little more technology and social issue type topics. So I don't know if it's in this one, but there's the play, where the old fashioned, principal doesn't want the
I think that was
rock and roll music, and there was a tape
Yeah.
recorder. So there's
Yeah.
That's technology, right? One of these in here, I don't know if it's in this season, but tapping into Helen's past, where she's been arrested, protesting or whatever. So
Right.
the 60s starts to creep in. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and reveal the worst episode of all 249, according to viewers who have made their opinions known on IMDb. It's in season 8. Do you know which one it is, Alan?
Unless it's the one where Thelma Lou comes back married. That's the one I don't like, honestly. But what is it? I don't know.
It's Mayberry RFD.
Oh, really? The actual pilot?
Has the lowest rating.
Really?
Of all of them. And I actually went back and rewatched it. And I don't remember watching Mayberry RFD much. Maybe I saw it as a kid. Certainly haven't seen it in the past 3 decades. But uh, I don't think the series really followed what they set up in the backdoor pilot. Basically, is what that was
Right.
for Mayberry RFD, because Italian friend and his family show up, and
When they disappeared, they never were. You
yeah,
never saw them again.
yeah.
I will give
I
you a
think
little.
that was,
I'll give you a little trivia.
yeah.
That particular episode is the only episode of the Andy Griffith Show where you can see a cat. Just so you know, it's where,
Really?
yeah, when Sam Jones is talking to his friend and they walk around the corner of the barn, you see this white cat walking in the background. Thanks to Paul Mulick for telling me this. I did not know this, but
Nice.
that's the only cat on the show. So there you go. There's little trivia for those that are watching.
Yeah, another poorly rated episode is last episode of season 5, the banjo playing deputy.
Oh,
And
really? Wow.
you can imagine,
I like that episode. I actually think he would have been an interesting replacement for Barney.
well,
And
it certainly seemed
that would
like that's what they were doing there, and I think fans have a visceral reaction to that. It's
yeah,
like, oh, and then they obviously complain about Warren, you know.
right. Yeah, I think Jerry Van Dyke would have actually, if he had because I think they did offer, and he chose to make My Mother the Car instead. The
Oh,
show he went with. But I think he would have been a good replacement for Barney because his character, that Jerry character was believable and he was enough different from Barney. I always felt bad for Jack Burns because they wrote Warren like his name was Barney because they even called him Warren, like barn. And I've always thought, man, that was unfair. Really, I've always felt bad for him because he wasn't really terrible. It was, man, you follow Bear Bryant as the coach at Alabama, it's just not going to work out for you. So I
yeah.
think it's the same way with Don Knotts. So
But his shtick was also kind of annoying.
it was annoying. It was annoying, but I mean, I love Barney, but wouldn't you just kind of want to kill him sometimes if he was your friend? Because he's,
Yeah,
I
but
love
Barney didn't
yeah, he,
have annoying catchphrases, right?
that's
It's just,
true. That's true. Huh? Yeah, you're right. You're right.
all right. So let's go through the list. I'll run through mine real quick. I think people will be more interested in your list since you're Floyd. But so real quick, you had to pick at least one episode from every season. And this is in no particular order. I told Alan we don't need to rank them. We're not going to put that kind of pressure on ourselves. So real quick, season 1, Mayberry Goes Hollywood, Crime-Free Mayberry, Convicts at Large, Barney Mends a Broken Heart, Mountain Wedding, of course, my father's biggest episode, Barney's Sidecar. I'm partial to sidecars. If you follow our Facebook page, you might have seen a picture of me with my mother in a sidecar.
I saw that.
Yeah, that was
that was great. I saw that.
It was a few years back, but she was no spring chicken.
That was awesome.
We just did a spin around the block. But Barney's Uniform, I love that one. Bones Break Like Chicken. The Return of Barney 5, I just had, partial to that, his first time back.
Yeah.
On the color episodes. And then Howard the Comedian, that gave us Colonel Tim's.
Yes, that's a good one.
And Howard the Bowler, as I said, that's like one I distinctly remember from then. So that's what I came up with. Are you ready to
those were good. Yeah, those were very good. Yeah, that's good. Sure.
We had a couple of the same, I think. So give us.
I wasn't even sure. So these are the ones I picked out. So I had Opie's Charity. It's pretty hard to forget a thing like that, Pa. So that's one. That one. Barney in the Choir, of course. Welcome Sweet Springtime. You got to go with that. Yep. Convicts at Large. I just that episode, Barney and Floyd being captured by those convicts. That was just
that's my favorite of all episodes.
Yeah, Ma, Dal, if those hamburgers are ruined, I'm not responsible. I just love so many things in that. Mountain Wedding, I got that one. The guerrilla warfare will throw you right over on that one for sure with your dad.
Yeah.
doing the guerrilla warfare.
So many good lines in that one too,
Oh,
right from the beginning with Briscoe, and it's you know, adios amigo, you one of ours. Thought about killing him.
God,
Didn't
I
want to
hate
go
to
that
that
far.
far.
Yeah.
Is he arguing with me? Yeah, there's great.
Robert E. Lee, Natural Bridge. It's just
Oh man,
loaded.
so many good things in that one. The haunted house. That's when Gomer and Barney had to go in the haunted house to get the baseball that Opie had hit in there. You know, that's just funny. The education of Ernest T. Bass. That's my mother figure. That's
You know, when I saw that on your list, I remembered that that's your chapter of
it
the
is.
rerun line.
It is my chapter. That helped me pick that one because I like that. It's good though. It was hard not to pick Ernest T. Bass episodes, truthfully, because 2 of those are Ernest T. Bass episodes right there already. The singer in town. Now that one, I picked that one because it's got the song "My Hometown" in it, and I like that song. You know, the "My Hometown," that song. Kiwi Hazelton, he tried to sing it fast, but Aunt V and Clara made him sing it slow.
All right.
And so I enjoyed that episode. That was fun. Dinner at 8. I think I mentioned that before. That's the one where they had to have his spaghetti dinners. He kept getting invited to Andy. Kept getting invited to all the spaghetti dinners because Goober kept forgetting who it was. It asked him to come to dinner with him. And anyway, that was George Lindsay's favorite episode. And so I picked that one. Let's see. Goober goes to the car show. I like that one. That's the one, if you'll remember, Goober, he met an old friend of his, and the old friend pretended to be this big shot, you know, very successful person. And then at the end of the episode, it turns out that he's just working as a mechanic for somebody. And basically Andy says, you know, you says something similar to you are a big man, you know, talking to Goober, because Goober said, you want to go over there and talk to him? He said, no, it would embarrass him. He said, Goober, you are a big man, or something like that. Yeah, it was just a really cool episode. I thought. And what was the last one? The Christmas Story. Yeah. The Christmas Story. That's the only holiday episode of the entire series, and it was a very good episode as well. So
Yep, one of the favorites for sure. All right, so do you know which now if for those of you watching, if you made your own list, go ahead and put that list in the comments. I'd love to go back through the comments after we're done here and see you know, what your top 10 were. But you got to follow the rules. You got to pick at least one episode from every season. Right. So what do you think the best season was? Basically, I just took the IMDb ratings, averaged them for the season. Which season do you think would be the strongest season?
I'm just going to guess season 3. I don't know. I really don't know.
You are correct.
Season 3. All right. Yeah,
and then
guess that, because I mean the shows they improved, like you had said, between the first season, second season, and then it had hit its stride at that point, and Don was still there. You also had Gomer that came in that season, so I felt like that would probably.
Yeah, really. And I think you find that in a lot of shows, a lot of popular shows. Their season 3 really is hitting on all cylinders, and so then I just took the top 10 based on IMDb ratings. Of all episodes, what do you think the number one, the highest rated episode is?
I don't know. Man in a Hurry, it rates really high all the time, and then Convicts at Large is usually pretty high. So I don't know. I don't know.
All right, I'm going to give people just a second, and in the comments, throw in what you think the number one without looking up on IMDb. Although there's not an easy way to find it.
Yeah. No key. See what you think it is.
But I would think I always hear the Pickle Story is one.
Oh yeah, the Pickle Story is another one. Yeah, Man in a Hurry is often.
Man in a Hurry. Oh, the bird. Yeah, we didn't even talk about birds. Opie the
Birdman. Yeah, Opie the Birdman. That's a great episode. Boy, it really shows Ron Howard as a young actor. What a great actor he was.
Yep.
And Barney's great in that episode too. So it's a good one.
Yep. Pickle Story, Man in a Hurry. Man in a Hurry really captures the essence of the show. I think
Yes.
that's why that one's always at the top of the list.
Right.
So, all right, let's take a look.
Pickle Story is just hilarious. So it's just funny.
I got to find it now. Oh, here he is. There it is.
All right,
highest rated. Now these ratings change, but
Yeah,
as more people leave reviews and ratings and stuff. But right now, today, Convicts at Large is number 1. Christmas Story number 2, close second. The Pickle Story, Barney's First Car, Haunted House, Barney and the Governor. Surprisingly pretty high rated.
Yeah.
Barney the Choir, of course, we talked about that one. The Bank Job. Which one's the Bank Job?
That's the one where they can't open the door to the safe. Yeah, I think that's the right one.
Is that what it is?
Right. I think that's it. And where they come in, they come in and pretend they're FBI guys.
Right. Citizen's Arrest. We didn't even talk about that one. That's a classic. And there was a tie for 10th, so you get to see the top 11, really. 3 Wishes for Opia, another one I hear people talk about quite a bit.
Yep.
Is that a good list? Do you agree with that list if you're watching? What's not in that top 10? If it's not, if one of your favorites isn't in the top 10, go to IMDb and rate it.
That's right.
Help get the rating up. So that was a lot of fun to kind of just review all that. And so what I'm trying to do is do more Andy Griffith Show content as we've been adding a lot of subscribers because we've been doing these shorts. I'm going to share a few shorts that have been kind of, I don't know if going viral is the right term, but thousands and thousands of views in a day. That's kind of viral. But a lot of people subscribe to the channel based on that. So I want to make sure that people that are finding us through Andy Griffith content are hearing about Andy Griffith, not just Mayberry Man.
Right.
That we're not just doing the, did I still have the slide? The headline. That it's not always a shameless cash grab.
Yeah, it's not just always self-promotion here. We're promoting the actual show too. That's awesome.
Yeah. So because that was one of the reasons we did Mayberry Man, right? Is to help pass along the Andy Griffith Show and Mayberry Spirit to a new generation. So we kind of did our own modern take on it. That's supposed to feel like the Andy Griffith Show. It's supposed to make you feel the way you feel when you watch the Andy Griffith Show. So sure. I have 3 shorts to share with us, share with folks tonight. And you've probably been seeing these, I'm guessing, Alan, because
I've been trying to watch them all. I'm not sure I've caught them all, but I've been trying to watch them all. Yes.
All right. So I got a little story about one of these coming up, but here, let's watch the first one.
Ooh-wee, this is good pie, ain't be?
Andy, these pies are for the church social tonight. Stop it.
But they're good. What are they?
Grape nut southern pie.
Well, I declare, pie made with grape nuts.
That's right. Makes it rich in taste and high in protein. The recipe's right on the back of the grape nuts package.
It is. Well, show me. Show me.
Andy. See here? Simple to make with grape nuts and good all-purpose Robin Hood flour.
Ain't be, it's a pity you and me's related. Because I'm here to tell you any woman can bake pies like these, I'd marry just like that.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, those are the commercials like that. Yeah, a lot of people have never seen those. So that would pull you, because when I first saw this, I started watching. I don't remember this.
Well, that's why I wanted to share those, because it does catch you off guard. It's like, what is this?
What episode is this? That was really good.
And then also to make it a little more unfamiliar for people is I've added our actual Mayberry Man movie music.
I heard that. Yes, that was good.
Yeah. It works. It works pretty good.
It worked really
so that one just got released today and is pushing 10,000 views in a day.
Wow.
So that's why I shared that one. So here's another one. So not just this obscure stuff. I'm trying to take little snippets of shows. I also tighten them up just because people have seen the scenes. You don't need the pacing of the Andy Griffith Show. So I try to tighten them up and just give you a quick little Andy Griffith dopamine hit, if you're scrolling through the shorts. But here's another one.
How'd you get that car in here?
Well, let me tell you. I just made up my mind to find out what's wrong with it. So I started taking it apart and bringing the parts in here to work on. Before I knew it, there she was. It was a beautiful piece of work, Andy. Oh, I never saw a man work so fast and so expertly. Really a beautiful thing to watch.
Believe it.
Oh, yes. It was beautiful. Wasn't it beautiful?
Hey, listen, if you like that video, hit the like button. There's going to be plenty more.
Well, I sure want to see that.
That's awesome. I've never seen a man work so well with his hands. That's right. That's awesome.
So that was a fun one. Get a lot of Floyd in that episode. So I'm sure that's one of your top episodes.
I love that one. Yeah, I love that one.
So and then I got one more clip from one of the shows, and see if you recognize where this is from. I had another piece of the same scene that I put up, and one of the comments was, I've never seen this before. And sometimes when you take these little scenes out of context, they're hard to identify, but you'll recognize this one.
It's as simple as this. Each mother or father raises his boy or girl, as the case may be, the way that he thinks is best. And I think it's best for you to get a quarter and work for it. You see, when you give something, in this instance, cleaning the garage, and you get something in return, like a quarter, well, that's the greatest feeling in the world. You do feel good after working, don't you?
Uh-huh. Good and tired.
Well, as you get bigger, well, you'll be doing more and more work for more and more return, and that good feeling will get bigger. Do you understand what I mean?
I think so.
Good.
I'm not going to get 75 cents. And I have to work for the 25.
Right. You just think about that for a while.
Do I have to?
Don't you want to think about it?
It makes me kind of sad.
That's awesome.
I just love the line at the end. It makes me kind of sad.
Makes me kind of sad. Yeah, that's like the one where he's got the spoiled kid, and you don't want to say anything because he's one of my own. I don't want to say that. It's a very similar type Opie line there. That's great though. And you put the music to that too, didn't you?
I did. Yeah, it really works.
Yeah, that's good.
I have to do a whole episode sometime and see how it works out. So that was fun. Make sure you share your lists. And then I did want to talk about one other thing, and that is one of our supporters for Mayberry Man, the series, and just all of our efforts, the movie, the series, John Brown. He was probably our biggest investor in the series. He just really supported us, and he passed away this past week, I guess. It was since we've been doing lives, and just a great guy. And I forget how old like well into his 90s. Yeah. But I'm going to show a real quick clip because he's in the series. So I got to look. This is our clip of the week. It's John Brown.
Hey, y'all, how's things in the music business?
Hi, Warren.
You got room in the band for a harmonica player?
Hi, Warren. All right, who's next?
I am.
Now, he actually can play that instrument. That's a marimbula.
Okay, yeah, I was hoping you would say it. I never can remember how to say the name of it.
But that's John. He was out on the set. He would come to our premieres and all that. Had you get a chance to chat with him at all?
I did, and I made an effort to make sure I spoke to him because he had an amazing life, amazing. He was in the military. He had worked for the government. He was just a really amazing guy, very humble about it all. And I was so glad to just spend some small amount of time just visiting and talking with him. And he is definitely going to be missed. Always had a smile on his face. Always enjoyed. He really appreciated what we were trying to do from the Mayberry Man movie and the series of sharing more of that good, clean, wholesome feeling that the Andy Griffith Show gives you. And he really supported that and thought it was very worthwhile to be contributing and be a part of it. So he was so nice. He's good friends with Baraka Valley, Kathy in particular. And that was, it was just we were very fortunate to get to know him. So.
Absolutely. Yes. But incredible life, like you said, and full life. And he lived it right up to the very end.
Oh yeah.
And he becoming a television star, and, you know, so we want to just remember him and thank him and his family.
Kathy had a quote that she had posted about him that he had said this. John said that he said, "Don't cry over the past. It's gone. Don't stress about the future. It hasn't arrived. Live in the present and make it beautiful." That was John, a quote from him. He was just an amazing man. I mean, so he definitely lived up to that Mayberry feeling. So we just all got to continue to live up to it as well.
Absolutely. And with that, thanks, folks. We'll be back next week because we're getting very close to our season premiere of Mayberry Man, the series. And we'll tell you more about how to see that in the days ahead. And we're working furiously behind the scenes to try to get it on additional streaming platforms. So you have lots of different ways to watch. Alan, thanks for joining me again tonight and sharing your top 10 list.
That was a lot of fun. Thank you. That was good information. I hope everybody enjoyed that. Court does a lot of work putting this show together, guys. So we ought to thank him for this as well. Get out there and spread the love about the Mayberry Man, the series and the movie. Obviously the movies, people can go see that. I keep running into people who have seen the movie. They just randomly come up to us and say, they'll actually recognizing me, which is kind of very weird to me, but it's
available on Amazon, Tubi, YouTube. It's all over the place. You can watch it for free. And if you like it, we'd love for you to leave a review on imdb.com or also on Amazon. We need to, some of those fuddy-duddies that didn't like it, we need to offset their negative reviews with positive. Right. So, all right. Thanks, everybody.
Well, hey, if you just like that clip, hit the like button. There's going to be plenty more.
If you want more videos about The Andy Griffith Show, be sure to hit subscribe and click that little bell icon so you're notified whenever we post a new video. Thanks for watching.
Shazam! Come on, baby.